talking about Donald Trump believing he can do what he wants, that he's the strongest, the biggest, the best. And one, it is coming from somebody who's done the job, who's given a little critique of Donald Trump, but also it should give you hope that we can do the right thing once again and pick someone who will view the job as something other than a power grab. View the job as something other than a feather in their cap that makes them some kind of a dictator, some kind of an autocrat. Watch this.
One of those values that Ruben shares and that's talked a lot about in the campaign is freedom. So I want to talk a little bit about that. I do not think we've ever had an election with candidates who understand freedom so differently. For Donald Trump and his cronies, freedom means that the powerful can do whatever they please. That's his definition of freedom. I want to fire workers for trying to organize a union. I should be free to do so. You know, they want the freedom to throw out votes if they lose an election. They want to control what women can and can't do to their bodies. In other words, for Trump, freedom is getting away with stuff. And it's like he said in the middle of the pandemic, when he said, I do not take any responsibility at all. I'm not sure any American president has ever uttered those words other than Donald Trump. I do not take any. People were dying. Hospitals overrun. I do not take any responsibility at all. That's his idea of freedom. I do what I want, and I'm not responsible for anything. We have a broader idea of freedom. We believe in the freedom to provide for our families if we're willing to work. The freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water. The freedom to send our kids to school without worrying if they'll come home safely. We believe that true freedom gives each of us the right to make decisions about our own lives, how we worship, who we marry, what our family looks like. And we also believe that freedom requires us to recognize that other people have the freedom to make different choices. And it doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make them evil people. It doesn't make them enemies of the state.
The reason Barack Obama is unsure that any other president has ever said those words is because no other president has ever said those words.